Welcome back, Dirty Guardians of Destiny 2, to Mom's Basement for another original DirtyHotte build video with cheat sheet. Another Warlock video coming from me to you from Mom's Basement. Today's build is called the Void Breacher Warlock, a nasty little build to get those nightfalls done and to do the one or the other legendary and master lost sectors solo. So before we get started, always remember, ladies and gentlemen, to get that YouTube algorithm going and help me out, please like, subscribe and hit the bell if you like what you are seeing here, because always remember guys, for every like, Mom gives Dirty a cookie and Dirty loves his cookies. Now, let's head over to the cheat sheet. As you can. So today the build-up is a little bit different, maybe a little talk before we start. I could use all the same parts for all cheat sheets and build them all the same way, but I think every build deserves its specific layout, okay? So today, as you can see, we're working with a core rotation. Ladies and gentlemen, a core rotation. I think we did that once, but it's pretty new, and we don't sorry. Yeah, you know, we always use arrows, and today we even have circular arrows. First time. Yeah, that's a premiere here at Mom's Basement. Okay, so Void Breacher Warlock core rotation. That's what we build around. As it said, start here. And folks who know Warlock know that's a top 3 Void with the overcharged grenade. That's basically where you want to start every rotation in this build with overcharged grenade, because that takes some time to overcharge it. Then in the rotation you go to Witherhoard, the exotic grenade launcher in the kinetic slot, which works great with a seasonal mod. We will be talking about that seasonal mod in just a few seconds. Then you go to the rocket launcher, only for bosses and yellow bars, champions basically. For normal mobs you can leave that out and go directly to step number 4, which is gnawing hunger, in my case, or any energy gun with demolitionist, and ideally you want to run it with void. You don't really need it with void damage, but yeah, for the exotics we will have later, void might be beneficial, but we also talk about that one in just a minute. Yeah, so that's basically the rotation, the core of this build. That's what you want to circle around all the time when you're running this build in lost sectors, in nightfalls. In every content you might want to do that's PvE, also in the seasonal activity, okay? Beautiful. So with the core basically down, with the rotation, we head over to the subclass, and I already mentioned it. We are playing top 3 Void, because we want to use a Vortex Nade, which we then overcharge, which is basically like a little small supernova. Killing stuff of... it's pretty big. It's ticking pretty long, and it's doing a shit ton of damage with this build. Let me tell you. So we have the subclass down, based on the core rotation, which means we're heading over to mods, ladies and gentlemen, to the right side. Let's start with the mods. First, we have the champion modifier mods. For Witherhoard, we're gonna use the one against the unstoppable guys. Beautiful with Witherhoard, actually, because of the ticks. And for the barrier champions, anti-barrier assault rifle, because gnawing hunger. And as I said before, you can use other weapons as well. For example, an energy scout rifle with the same stats, and then you use the scout rifle mod. I mean, easy as that, okay? Easy to do. Now, mods. Grenade launcher scavenger from the seasonal artifact. Pretty straightforward. Use them to get some Witherhoard ammo. Or like a lot of Witherhoard ammo, okay? Then we have blast radios, which lets us getting charged with light by killing stuff with the grenade launcher and with the rocket launcher. And with this build, happily, you have both of them. Isn't that great? And now comes the crazy mod, Breach and Clear, ladies and gentlemen, a seasonal artifact mod, which makes grenade launchers sick with the damage debuff. And Anarchy is one to run, but I don't have that, and I think Witherhoard is even better, because it's also doing a ticking damage, so it's keeping up the debuff longer, and you can then melt them away with your assault rifle, or for bosses and yellow bars with your rocket launcher. Beautiful as that. So let's connect the dots here, or make the arrow, so to speak. These mods basically here in that row make grenade launchers crazy good this season. But that's not all we're gonna have in the Void Breacher Warlock build. We also have a Rocket Scavenger, also from the Seasonal Artifact mod, because then it's only 1 energy, which is beautiful. And Argent Ordnance, which somehow is damaged on my cheat sheet, or I just shortened it. So Argent Ordnance is, if you've seen a few DirtyHotte cheat sheets, it's one of my favorite damage mods. When you are charged with light and have a rocket launcher, it's just doing nice little bonus damage, okay? Yeah, basically these two, more rockets, more damage when you're charged with light, add more bang to your rockets, as said here with this nice, beautiful arrow. Then we're going on, also from the artifact mod, Ashes to Assets, because we will use our grenade pretty often. And which Guardian doesn't like some extra super energy? Yeah, on the fly. I mean, you can use 2 of that, or you can use Ashes to Assets and maybe another grenade launcher ammo finder. That's also very nice to have. And I agree with Jay here in chat, Argent Ordnance rocks, okay? It can be the difference of one-hitting champions or not. Then we have Taking Charge, just because I like to have a little backup ability to become charged with light, okay? I mean, Blast Radius basically is enough with that build, but Taking Charge, having that in your bag, never wrong. Then for PvE stuff, Concussive Dampener, which reduces AoE damage done to you. That's nades, boss dumps as well, stuff like that. And I also like Sniper Damage Resistance for PvE stuff, because those little guys sniping you from a distance do a shit ton of damage. And this might be actually the difference, like in contrast to Argent Ordnance, that might be the difference if you are one hit or not. Yeah, so that's basically the mod. So head over all the way to the left to Exotic Armor, okay? For this build, you might have guessed it, we're talking about Void Warlock, so we have 2 options. First is Contraverse holds, and we have to talk about those a little bit in a second. Or you go with Nezarec's Sin, 2 long-time Warlock favorites. So, in general, what I normally said in the past is Contraverse hold. Sorry for that, picking me up here. So, Contraverse hold in the past, a great option for its added 20% damage resistance buff when you have the grenade charged. That can also help you with survivability. And you get a random amount of grenade energy back when you hit something with a nade, okay, with a void nade. And then we have the good old Nezarec Sin. The option I always said is more consistent regarding skill regeneration and super regeneration. Arrow to that. So both of them help you with your added nade energy. So you get your nade back faster. So here's a little something. So somehow Nezarec Sin seems to have get a kind of bug fix for a little bug that was here ages. So now the energy regeneration is it's much harder to keep it up. So I guess now most Warlocks agree that Contraverse holds are the exotics to go to, and I always preferred them because I'm a shitty PvE player and I needed the extra damage resistance buff. Okay, perfect. So that's basically today's Void Breacher Warlock build cheat sheet. So we have a core rotation where we build up, or around which one we build our whole build here with the mods, the subclass we're using, the exotic armor. And if you're talking about stats, that's a nice little added bonus here. So that's the only one I would have prioritized over other stuff. Try to get a 100 discipline because you really want to have your nades ready, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah. I hope you like that build as all my builds. So that's it for the Void Breacher Warlock build. If you liked what you have been seeing, please leave me a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I mean, as you can see, that build is shredding stuff. And most of the time, let me tell you, when I played that Nightfall this week, most of the time I had one of those speedrunner guys with his vehicle going here fast, yeah, like him, and then dying over here somewhere. Let us see if will he make it? Will he make it? Fishiashino, oh no, and he didn't make it. Oh, that's not beautiful. I love that stuff happens live. As I was telling it before, no, we just shake the head because I'm not going back raising him, because if you speedrun like that, you basically didn't deserve it any better. Yeah. This will be the most beautiful rocket you've ever seen. You see it coming? Bam! Yeah, I did that shit a few times today.